Hi, welcome to our channel. We have our new guest today, Mr. Ajit Pathak, who is also the face for running and who has also given back to the society by motivating people to run, especially women, and making them realize that they should take that little time off their daily routine to form a fitness routine and have a healthy life. So, we'll have a short conversation with Mr. Ajit Pathak in this session today. Mr. Ajit, you have been an inspiration for most of the people around. You have always urged people to stay fit and have that half an hour, 1 hour taken out of your daily routine to just go out for a walk maybe. So coming on to that, so how important is fitness and how is it related to mental health?
Uh, uh, yeah. So before you ask me a question, let me ask you a question. Sujatha, how are you today?
I am doing very well. Thank you.
So could you ask the same question back to me?
Yeah, sure. How are you doing?
Top of the world.
Lovely.
So did this top of the world sound a little different than the generally way people talk about? I mean, we are well today, we are lovely today. Did it really sound a little different to you? See, I strongly believe in something called law of reflection, and what I strongly believe is what you reflect is what you are, and even that for a fraction of a second, the top of the world, you really thought about something different, right? So that's where it is, yeah. So coming back to my journey with fitness, yes, I have been doing this for quite some time now. Sujata, I was never into fitness, okay. I have been always in a high pressure 9 to 6 or 9 to 9 kind of a job, and that is what I do for my living. And that took a toll on myself, and I reached about 106 kgs sometime back, and that's where I really looked at that I need to take control over my health, and I have to do something about it. Like everybody, when they get into when they are serious about their health, the first thing what they do is they go and join the gym, and I did that quite many times. Beginning of the year, I took this resolution and went ahead and joined the gym, and you pay for the entire year, and then you start with that first day, you go with a complete josh, and subsequently after third day, fourth day, week, things really fall flat, and then you pay for the entire year, and then you really don't go for the entire year. But that's something which my journey started with, and I had reached 106, and it was very imperative for me to take a decision to do now or never. And that's where something which I looked back and then thought, what should I do, which will give me that enough motivation, and I should be in a position to continue on my journey. So what I thought is, let me get into running, and running is something which I wanted to do for a long time. And with my 106 kgs weight, I was not sure whether I'd be able to run and be able to run that long. So what I did is as everybody does, I decided to join a training program. It was started by there used to be a guy by name. He started a journey with Striders, and he left that initiative and is clear on his own. And I'm a person who always wants to support somebody when they start something in their own. I, I believe that I can do a help to them, and I go ahead and support. So this Nagaraj, who was with Striders, and he started on his own, and then I thought I should join him, and that's where my running journey started. Initially, it was very difficult for me to get into running, and because since I was not in running at all and never ran after my school, it was really difficult. And gradually learned certain techniques. What works for me, what doesn't work for me. Did I learning, unlearning kind of, and that's where I kicked off my journey in running. Uh, when I got into running, I also realized that running is a new form of medication, as well as new form of meditation. And I'll tell you something, Sujata, which I was not aware, and a lot of people are not even aware. Running actually can become a medicine. I was suffering because of my lifestyle. I was suffering from epilepsy, which was something which happened because of my unhealthy lifestyle and the kind of life which I was living in. And I did. I went through a long list of medications. It did not really help me, and that's where I decided I will live with the problem. And I lived with the problem for about 15 odd years, and I did not find an answer. But then with running, I cured from epilepsy, and that's where I actually looked back and I did a lot of research on this and wanting to see what is that really made a difference, why the running has helped me to cure from epilepsy. And that's where I did research, and I got to know that when you run in morning, it induces something called BDNF, brain derived neurotrophic factor, which actually helps you to grow your brain cells. And then I did a lot of research on this, and then I saw, oh, running can do so many things which we are not even aware of. And and then I used this example for a few of my other. When I posted about this on Facebook, a lot of people reached back to me, and they said that, has this really worked for you? And they wanted to understand my epilepsy journey. And when I told them about my epilepsy journey, and they also tried this, and it helped them as well. And then this became a miracle to me. I felt that there are a lot of things which I can, which running can give, and running can help people. And that's something which it started with. So it was just not about having a healthy body with running. It also is about a healthy mind. And when you run, there are immense benefits which we have seen. I mean, I just spoke about one, which is about your brain, which induces those brain cells. But there are a lot of benefits which people can get in, and running is a gift. I purely believe in it, and I urge everybody to run. So after this year of running, then what I did is I got introduced to Pinkathon, and I saw a lot of the community who I was running with. I saw that they also had the same problem which I had. They were also not able to run, and then I got into this training with them. Whatever techniques I had learned over a period of time and interacting with so many people around, I picked up those techniques and started giving back to people. And that's where my Pinkathon journey started here as well. So the Pinkathon was about women empowerment. That was something which I wanted to give back to the community, and it started with Pinkathon from the health, and so I'm also associated with Queens. So Queens is about women empowerment from the social aspect of it. So there are a lot of women. They once they get married and once they get into the household living, they intend to live up on their own identity, and they have enough potential where they can be wherever they are in, and they can still contribute to the society, and they can contribute to themselves. So these are the two initiatives which I drive as a part of my passion, and that's something which I've been doing around.
So, there is one thing that people always happen to neglect the importance of this health aspect, and coming to the fitness, and not even if you're doing a 20 minutes workout or having a meditation done, even 15-20 minutes, that can have a huge change in your daily life. So how would that trigger arise in you, or how would you want to tell people that this is important and not to neglect this particular thing?
Absolutely. Just we have 24 hours in a day, and everybody has 24 hours in a day, right? From somebody who's on road, who is surviving for a living, or somebody who's a billionaire. Everybody has the same amount of time what we have. And if you're able to give that 10 minutes or 20 minutes for our own self, and see, the important is to get yourself de-stressed. Important is to go out in the sun and get some sun into it. Breathe some fresh oxygen. See, these are the things which you need to do, and this allows you to do de-stress as well. I mean, with the kind of life which we are in, we carry a lot of stress with us, and that's something that 20 minutes can actually become a de-stressing kind of for yourself, and actually you can achieve your fitness goal there as well. So it is important to get de-stressed. It is important to have some fresh air. It is important to get sunlight, and it doesn't need much much of techniques. I mean, even if you just want to go out and run, that is absolutely fine. If you're not able to run, now we are in the pandemic state where you are at home and you can't really go out. But still, you can just do spot jumping for 5 minutes, or you can do Surya Namaskar, which is our tradition. That should give you that energy boost.
Yeah, yes. So actually, the basic thing that arises from all this meditation or maybe the workouts and
Yeah.
the running, one reason is that you are surrounded with your problems as such.
Yep.
So you are always in that area where you are focusing on the different issues.
Yeah.
So now the thing is, when you have that 5 or 10 minutes on yourself,
Yeah.
you're having that break and you're breaking that chain of the same process that is continuing in your mind. So there is that 10 minutes, 15 minutes gap when you can actually calm your mind and you can think
Absolutely.
of something else.
Absolutely.
So it's who this
Absolutely.
is.
Absolutely. So, see, difficult situations, difficult times are going to remain. Okay, that's not going to really change. As long as you're going to live, things are going to be around you. And in my opinion, difficult situations or taking those tough decisions or living in that problem. If I have to look at myself, I feel that is a sign of a growth, because when you are doing something different, or you're doing something new, you're always going to be you're always going to face certain challenges, and you'll always be in a difficult situations. And I also strongly believe that these are the challenges or these are the difficulties can become the best teacher to you, and you can learn through the journey. And it is important to take a step back. So when you dedicate that 20 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour for your own self, you take a step back, see what you're doing, what things are working, what things are not working. Is there a better way you could do it? I have always used my running time to educate myself. So whenever I run, I put headphones on, keep hearing these audio books, keep hearing the motivation speeches, whatever I can, and get the best out of best at the both times. So my legs are running, and I'm hearing those motivation books and trying to keep myself updated. So it's up to you, I mean, how you want to take that thing. But it is important to take that break and get yourself de-stressed and look at the other part of things which are required.
And it's often that first step that you have to take that is the hardest. But once you take that first step, then everything falls into process.
Yeah, absolutely. The first step is always the hard step to move in. But I mean, everybody should not forget that when they stood on their feet, it's not that they stood on their feet the day one itself, right? They started crawling, they failed, they stand. But when they were able to stand themselves, they never had to crawl back or they never had to fall back. And that's where they took off from there. And when they started to stand, then they started to walk. And when they started to walk, they started to run. So it is the gradual progression which everybody has to do. And in my opinion, taking that first step is really important. Healthy mind is always a healthy body.
Yeah, very true. That is a great line.
Yeah, we live. See, our body is our temple, and we live in it. So it is very important to keep ourselves clean and very important to keep ourselves healthy, because that is only one thing is going to live with you till you are alive. I mean, whatever assets you build, whatever relationships you build, those are not going to remain with you. But what your body is, something you want to live into it, and that has to be till the end.
Very true.
Yeah.
So you will have a daily routine. There are going to be different mood swings. A particular day where you're not feeling that great, maybe a little lethargic. So at that particular day, what do you actually do to keep yourself motivated and get off the routine?
Sujatha, if those days are there, I understand those days are there, and there are two choices you have. Either take a step back and just chill out, saying that today is not your day, and take it easy, or find a way out and see how you can get the best out of that particular day. It's all up to you. How do you want to take it? I mean, there are many dimensions to it. So I follow either I take a step back and just relax that particular day, saying that today is not my day, and let me not burn myself more and get into something which I don't want to do. and stress myself more, or just find a way out to see out what other things I can do or what I can do differently. I mean, I think that should be one everybody should do about it. I mean, you can't change the
Yeah,
situations. You can only stand, find a way out through those difficult situations.
very true, very true. And coming to the daily routine that you have, the maybe the 9 to 6,
Mhm.
or the people often have that 12 hours, 14 hours work where they are actually
Yeah,
sitting at one place and
yeah,
just being there. So they tend to crib about the time that they don't have. So it's important, if it is your health, to take that. Even if you're sitting, you have some workouts that you can do just sitting. So maybe something that
yes,
is there that keeps you on, it's important.
yeah, yeah. Sujata, it is important to. I mean, there is nothing which is you're not sitting uh, on a driver's seat, right? You're not sitting on a driver's seat. And even if you're sitting on a driver's seat, and even if you're going for a long drive, you will still take a break, either a biological break, or you'll still take a break after a while, just to get out of whatever you are in. So it is important to, I mean, even if you're 9 to 9 or a 9 to 5 or a 9 to 12, whatever routine you are in, uh, imagine that routine is I mean, you are on a journey, and that's a routine. You're going to be on the driver's seat. So you're driving certain things. So it is important to get out of it, understand where you are now, what is required to be done. Whatever you have done is as per the plan what you have accomplished. If those things are done, just look at the other things and move ahead. But it is important to take that break, and even that 5 minutes, 10 minutes, quick push-ups if you could do, even if you were able to do quick jumping jack, or even if you do 1 minute plank in that break, it is good enough for you to sustain. I mean, there are so many workouts. I mean, we human beings have actually made it complicated, but Sujata, is very easy to, even that 5 minute workout actually can be a good intensive workout, and it is good workout to push your metabolism high. It is good workout to improve those positive hormones into yourself, and it is simple. I mean, you don't need a trainer to do it. I mean, you want just do 10 minute, 10 push-ups, 20 push-ups, 30 push-ups, or even you want to do 1 minute plank. It is good enough, and you could do it anywhere. I mean, I have been on this journey for a long time, and I keep throwing these monthly challenges. I know people, when they have to do it, they can do it anywhere. I have seen people doing push-ups. I've seen people doing plank right at the airport. I've seen people doing all this wherever they are in. So it is not that way. I mean, if you want to do it, you could do it anywhere, wherever you want to do it. So what I want to tell you back here is, life will throw those tough situations to you. You need to find a way out. Trust me, if your intentions are right, if you are able to take that tough decisions, things will fall in place for you. And I've always seen. I mean, we live in this situation. We live in the situation which is not very fair. We live in a situation where we have to take these tough decisions. We have to look at those tough calls. I've always seen the best teachers are those teachers who make your life difficult. They teach you a lot, and they teach you a
True.
lot in the journey, and it's up to you how you face it. I mean, you can take it as a challenge and pass through that journey, or you can circum yourself and say, oh, this is not something which I can do, and you decide to quit. But then I feel that you should not circum to it, but you should face it and take the opportunity to learn something new, and just go for it and enjoy that ride. You never know what things will change and what new things will come back with.
Yes. And you never know, you can inspire people with your situation or with
Absolutely.
your journey.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, my running journey, when I was training ladies to run Mumbai Pune, which is about 165 kilometers, and we had ladies who were above 60 plus age. I mean, I really saw a difference. I mean, there is a lady who is 60 plus, and she's actually making an attempt to run 165 kilometers, and she's not a athlete by athlete by herself, but she's making that attempt. So it is important to take that initiative, important to take that first step, and then things will follow back to you.
Very true. Very true. So this is going to be my last question. That is,
Sure.
what is your life mantra, and one motivation booster that you want to give it to people?
Oh, my life mantra is please take the life the way it comes. Don't expect that life is going to be rosy, or don't expect that life is going to be too bad, or life is going to be too harsh for you. It is going to be, every time, every situation when it comes in, take that as a learning. Uh, Stay positive, stay with positive people around. Because I strongly believe that if you're positive things will come to you. If you stay in negativity, you will just build negative emotions, and these negative emotions will not going to give you anything. They will bring a lot of indifferences in your own self, the way you think, the mindset, what you would carry. That's something which I strongly talk about. Eat green, hydrate well, hydrate with water, sweat every day, take that sunshine every day, and help as many people as you can. Because whatever good things you do, they will come back to you in some form, some way, someday.